Hey good friends, how's it going? Today is Sunday and we're out here in the garden finishing a long day of transplanting broccoli and cabbage. I think we're going to end up with 64 broccoli and 96 cabbage. And I am spent. So today was church. Powerful message. I know this isn't the exact intention of the message, but it was more of an afterthought after I left church on my way home and was wondering what the Bible would have been like, what the view of Christianity would be like if Jesus died on the cross with a business mindset rather than a kindness mindset. Kindness being based out of love, not expecting anything in return, and business being an action with the intention or motive of it getting a result or something in return. Sorry, that's my country alarm system. And I often think about this a lot because there are certain things that are, meant to be sacred that are never meant to have a business mindset. And the more I grow my own food and steward creation as part of part of my worship, I find more often that I butt heads in many different ways with others in the faith community because of how I choose to run my farm. Part of my mindset is that our actions towards creation and how we steward creation should be no different than how we worship Creator. They should be one and the same, because if they're not, it really creates us Christians in a double-minded state where, we're this way towards something and this way towards something else. And I think this is really where those in the liberal community really gained that extreme hypocritical, almost hatred towards how we live life, and one way we're so loyal to Creator, and in another way we're very careless towards creation. And I catch a lot of flack for how I run my farm because I don't run my cows hard. I don't pump it full of grain to get them big fast. I don't use a lot of fertilizer in my garden because I want to have a kindness mindset in my stewardship of how I steward creation, because I want to do this where I want to give something to creation, not expecting something in return. And I think this is where in the farm community, we've been duped to think like this by the industry, for the record. And I love farmers. A lot of my friends now are farmers. And they're my closest friends, people that I know I can trust, because they're one of the hardest working people on the planet. But we as farmers are going to have to come to a fork in the road because our natural resources are depleting so quickly because of our business mindset towards creation. We give this fertilizer, we put a seed in the ground, we're expecting a result. And the quality of the soil has depleted so much over the last 100 years because of that result. The industry tells us we got to get cows big, we got to get them fat, we got to do it fast so we can make more money. And the quality of our pastures has gone down. The quality of our row crop fields has gone down over time. And we're having to put more and more inputs into what we do because of the result we're expecting. And then we get pissy and bent out of shape when it doesn't yield the result. Why? Because the industry duped us into thinking that all our success is wrapped around the yield. What if the industry paid us farmers based on how much topsoil we grew rather than how much corn or soybeans we put in the bin? Because the byproduct of having better topsoil is going to be having a higher yield. But because we're flip-flopped and we want a higher yield, we're using inputs and it's depleting topsoil. And we're headed the wrong direction. And we in the faith community are going to have to depend on exactly the way God designed creation in order to get through this. Because man's invented way has failed us. We can see that full through. It's not going to take us any further. It's not. Right now, farmers they're strapped because the industry duped us into valuing our yield rather than stewarding creation, massaging it, caressing it, getting the quality of it to be better year after year after year after year after year, to produce more and more and more, not expecting something in return. And when our ego gets in the way, this is what happens. Anyway, I run my farm like this for a reason. That's why. Because when we do it God's way, it will far surpass and far outproduce whatever it was when, we want to try it our way. Anyway, some thoughts from the garden today. Hope you guys are doing well. For more information on farming in this way, there's a lot of cool info out there. Gabe Brown and regenerative agriculture and figuring out how to farm expecting less in return, less yield. Your success is not built on your yield, but over time you make more money because your inputs are less. And it's working for a lot of people. Anyway, you guys take care. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow. Love you. Bye.